Hey everybody, welcome back. Long time no see. I've been busier than a mule. I do my own lawn care business, so here in the spring I've been swamped, been just rocking and rolling. And I had some free time today because of the rain, so I jumped on my motorcycle when the clouds parted and booked down to this little bitty record shop I seen online. It just opened up in a small town called Hillsboro, Illinois. The UFC, Matt Hughes is from Hillsboro, Illinois. It's about, 50 miles from here. And so he put Hillsboro on the map. And now the Gold Pan record store and recording studio is in Hillsboro, along with Matt Hughes from the UFC. So I got a couple nuggets from the Gold Pan record store that I just want to share real quick. It was a good time. I was racing on my motorcycle against the rain and the wind, and I beat it. I got a little wet, but nothing too serious. What we're listening to right now is some Rainbow, and it's off of one of the Master of the Metal series from back in the early 80s. I love these Masters of the Metal compilation albums. This one's real cool. It's not in the greatest shape in the world, but I think I paid $2 for it. Trash, Black Sabbath, Mean Streak, Y&T, Breaking the Chains, Dokken, Who's Behind the Door, Zebra, Rainbow in the Dark, Dio, Screaming in the Night, Crocus, Lick It Up, Kiss, Street of Dreams, which we're listening to now, Rainbow, Run to the Hills, Maiden, yeah, Tom Sawyer, Rush, A World of Fantasy, Triumph, You Can't Stop Rock and Roll, Twisted Sister, and Dancing in the Streets by Van Halen. So I enjoy that, Masters of the Metal. And believe it or not, I didn't have Destroyer, and this is a pretty good copy. You know, I think I paid $7 for it, and I've seen better records, but the cover's in good shape. I just scarf up Kiss albums whenever I can. Here's another one I picked up, Unmasked. It's in pretty rough shape, but I don't hardly ever see this anywhere, so I scooped it up for like $3. Nazareth, Hair of the Dog, cool album. Miss Misery, That's All You'll Ever Be. Love Hurts, good song, good album. Yeah, this album's rough. I just heard it skip on this Maiden song. Skipping, popping. I just like it for the nostalgia. Here's a cool album I picked up, Petra. I wasn't a huge Petra fan until I seen John Schlitt live and I bought his solo record. And Petra actually did an album a few years ago, I think in 2009, called Jekyll and Hyde, and it was a heavy metal album straight up. And no one bought it, and no one hardly recognized it, and I was like, dang, man, this thing rocks. So when Petra came to the Illinois State Fair, I went and checked them out, and I was really impressed. They were very professional, and they rocked hard. And there was a song they did that I actually have on my YouTube channel called Judas Kiss, and it's on this album. So I picked this up for a few bucks. It's in pretty decent shape. Petra, one of the biggest Christian rock bands of all time, and they're real cool, man. I met John Schlitt and talked to him that day at the fair. He was the original singer from Head East, and he's a real cool dude, man. This is cool. The Best of Ted Nugent, The Great Gonzo, still in the original shrink for like $4. So that was cool. Some more REO Speedwagon. I wasn't a huge REO Speedwagon fan until I watched one of their live concerts. It's weird how whenever you see somebody live or you get into one of their concerts or their documentaries and stuff, how then you can become a fan of them. Like, I seen Night Ranger open up for Journey, and I was like, dude, these guys are killer. And so, like, I was like a fan of them. I always loved You Could Still Rock in America and Don't Tell Me You Love Me, and like a couple of their big hits like that. But I had a newfound respect for them after seeing them live. They was just shredding, dude. Their singer, Brad Gillis, he actually was with Ozzy after Randy Rhoads died. He replaced Randy Rhoads, and Ozzy went on the Speak of the Devil tour and did all Black Sabbath songs, and it was Brad Gillis from Night Ranger that just ripped on that album. Since I've been collecting records, Robin Trower, I heard him, I always seen his records, and I thought, man, I'm going to buy one of these records and see what this dude's all about. I'm sure he's got some hits. Man, I really like this dude. He's a hard-rocking, bluesy, hard-rocking guitar player from the 70s, and so I had it. Every time I see one of his albums now, I just scoop it up. Robin Trower, Heart. I think this is at the end of their 80s span. Like, they started, like, really falling apart or something. But I've got a couple of Heart albums, and I like Heart. And, of course, you know, the sisters, they're fine, you know. And they got some rockin' tunes. So I picked that up for like $1. And it's actually, the vinyl ain't in too bad a shape. Dude, I can't believe I got this for $1. I think they had this in the wrong bin, for real. I mean, this is in really, really good shape. Yeah, I'm almost positive they had this in the wrong bin, because this is like in, you know, very good plus condition. I'm positive they had just, I don't know what they were thinking. This doesn't even have any ring wear on it or nothing. Very little wear right there on that corner. I mean, this thing, I got a couple Boston albums that are beat up, and I paid more money for them. I mean, the vinyl is, you know, very good, but this cover is very good plus, maybe near mint. So that was real cool. Picked those up today, racing on my motorcycle down to a new place called the Gold Pan. Picked up a few nuggets. Here's something I want to show you that's real cool. I went and seen Sebastian Bach live, like in 2015, and my brother took some pictures on his phone, and he had a nice iPhone at the time or something, and he has a friend of his at work that like does photography and stuff, and so he blew up this picture of Sebastian Bach of the very night we were at that concert, and that's how close we were. I mean, we were just right up front. You know, he don't sell as many tickets as, you know, he did when he was in Skid Row, but the dude rocks and puts on an excellent show, man. You know, some people say he's a douche and all that, but dude's straight pure metal and knows how to freaking rock live. So I got that, which is very cool. And to go along with it, that's yours truly right there in the crowd rocking. That's me right there. So here we go. I'm gonna frame these. So you got Sebastian, and then me in the crowd rocking out right there. So these are very cool pieces of memorabilia that are totally unique and authentic to me. And so I'm in here in the man cave, jamming out, cleaning the place up, getting ready for a big UFC party tonight. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Bunch of friends and family coming over, as I always do. I just throw down for the UFC, pizza, food, chips, dip. Man, we have a good time. So I usually spend this time in the afternoon cleaning albums and cleaning the place up and listening to some vinyl and just trying to enjoy life and have a good time, and I hope you are too. And I'm gonna end this video here with the nuggets from the Gold Pan in Hillsboro, Illinois, the UFC, and just rock and roll, have a good time, keep on buying those vinyl records and cassettes and CDs and music, and rock on.